Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you've been here for a while, you saw the video where I made the protein sparing modified fast bread by Maria Emmerich. And recently I found a channel of a lady in Canada by the name of Janet Greta, and I'll link her channel down below. But she has altered the recipe just a little bit and it looked really good and really promising. And it uses a lot less of the egg white powder, which makes the powder last you a lot longer. Because if you remember, the powder is a little on the pricey side and it comes in a smaller bag. So I went ahead and tried it over the week. If you live in Texas, you know that it's been like 25 degrees here. So we've been stuck in the house for a couple of days, which of course has led me to cook and experiment with things. This bread really helps me stay on track and I don't have to feel guilty. There's no nut flours in it and it's very low in calories, very low in carbs, and high in protein. So when you just have that like hunger where you just want to eat something, I find that it's a very good snack to satisfy you and hold you over to the next meal if that's what you're struggling with. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I forgot to say I am going to make 2 loaves today. I'm going to do a sweet loaf and just a regular plain loaf that we can toast tonight. I'm going to make a keto lasagna so we can toast it and make like some garlic bread for the lasagna, and then I'm also going to make a sweet one so we can have something sweet. Okay, so the ingredients you're going to need are 2 eggs, some cream of tartar. For the sweet one, we are going to use some cinnamon, and we're also going to use some brown sugar substitute. This is the HEB brand, which is our grocery store here, but you can buy this in Swerve makes one, and so does Lepanto. For the sweet loaf, I'm going to use the vanilla flavored egg white protein. You're going to need xanthan gum, allulose sweetener, and then this is the plain egg white protein powder that I'm using for the plain loaf. And then we will use some nutritional yeast in both, and then obviously egg whites in both. Okay. If you're not following me on Instagram, go follow me and see how I made this. So good. All right, so first we're gonna separate our eggs. So we just want the 2 egg yolks that we'll set aside. And so I'll separate these and then add the liquid egg whites to equal 1 cup. All right, so that gave me probably about a 1/4 cup of egg whites. So I'll just pour the liquid egg whites in to make it 1 cup. Okay, so to our mixer, we will add the 1 cup of egg whites, and we will add 2 teaspoons of the cream of tartar. And then we will mix these on high for about 7 minutes. Okay, so while your egg whites are beating, you can add in a separate bowl your egg white powder, 1/3 cup, your tablespoon of sweetener, your tablespoon of nutritional yeast, and your teaspoon of xanthan gum. And just kind of whisk that around, mix it all together. And then when the egg whites are finished, we will add all of the dry ingredients to the egg whites along with our yolks. Okay, once the 7 minutes is up, the egg whites should be nice and stiff. You can flip them over. Okay, so now we'll take all of our dry ingredients and pour it into our egg white mixture. And we'll give it just a little stir. Okay, then we'll add in our 2 egg whites. Our 2 egg yolks, not egg whites. And let those mix for just a second. You definitely don't want to overmix. So I usually will get a spatula and just mix everything in, get on the bottom, get it along the bottom really good, and make sure that all the dry ingredients is mixed in well with your egg whites. Okay, I have a silicone loaf pan that I'm going to make this one in, and when I made it earlier in the week, I did not grease it, put oil, butter, anything inside, and it did not stick at all. So I think with the silicone ones, we are safe, but in my other pan, I will be lining that one with parchment paper because I don't want to chance it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and prepare the sweet loaf with the vanilla protein powder. So it's gonna be all the same steps, except we will be adding the brown sugar and cinnamon to sweeten it up. So I will speed through some of these so you don't have to watch it again. Let's get started. Okay, so for this one, we will take 4 tablespoons of brown sugar substitute and add cinnamon to it. I'm not measuring, I'm just adding because I really like cinnamon. And I'm just going to stir it up. Okay, so I'm going to layer a little bit of my bread mixture. And if you didn't know, you can very, very lightly wet your parchment paper and it will stay in your pan much better than when you just try to lay it in there. Then we'll take the brown sugar cinnamon mixture and just sprinkle it onto our bread. All right, and then I'll just sprinkle the rest of this brown sugar mixture onto the top, and then we'll put both loaves in the oven. And I'll keep an eye on this one because you know when you bake brown sugar and cinnamon, it tends to bake a little faster, so I may need to cover it with foil loosely at one point, but she didn't in her video, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, both loaves are in, and I will set a timer for 30 minutes. Okay, my timer just went off. Whew, a little smoky, but it smells so good. Now we turn the oven off and let it sit for 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to try that, y'all. I absolutely cannot wait to dig into these. That's the plain one, and this is the cinnamon one. I wish y'all could smell this. It smells so good. All right, time to cut into this. So much easier to cut. You can still flip it over like I did in my last video, but it's not really necessary like with that one. That one would just kind of like crumble. This one doesn't. I usually cut it into about 9 or 10 pieces. Keeps them pretty thick. But of course you could cut them as thin as you want. Yeah, so this is 9. Alrighty, there it is. This is the plain one. Feels much more like bread. It's very soft and it doesn't have that dry taste when you eat it like the other one did. So good and so versatile. I mean, you can make it into anything. I'm gonna toast it and make it into garlic bread for tonight's dinner. Okay, now for the cinnamon. Pull the parchment paper back. This one sunk a little bit more than the plain one. And it's kind of odd shaped, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over, cut into it this way. All right, here it is. You can see we did the layers, so you'll have the brown sugar and cinnamon throughout the piece of bread. Okay Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you make this bread, don't forget to tag me and comment down below and let me know that you made it. And don't forget to go follow Janet's channel. She has made so many things out of this bread recipe. It is just amazing. I have watched so many of her videos and gotten so many ideas. So don't forget to go and subscribe to her channel. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to like this video. And we'll see you in the next one. I gotta go wash dishes.
We'll try it then. Like this side.
Good.